But in the meanwhile, maybe we look back at the two semi-finals, two great matches, probably the two best matches of the tournament up until today. We hope that this one's going to be even better. The first of them in New Zealand, of course, and it's New Zealand against Pakistan.
It's over the top. It's the first boundary. It's a 6. Top edge, cutting away, was a Macklin. Mark Greatbatch. He's had a wonderful tournament, brings up another 6, that's his 13th 6 in the World Cup.
Only about 45, 50 metres in that area. As I mentioned, Mark Greatbatch plays for Auckland in the domestic competition. Knows the ground pretty well, he knows where to hit them. Oh, he's hit that, Miles, it's a short boundary. Oh, this will go into second tier. Huge 6. Down she comes off the concrete. What a shot. Down the wicket he goes. Take that, Aqib Javed.
Mark Greatbatch has certainly got that one away. In fact, at Christchurch just a few days ago, he really got into Aqib Javed. Took 16 off his second over. And so now he's trying to dominate the ascendancy again and really put Aqib out of the attack, because the problem is that if Aqib comes out of the attack quickly, Mushtaq Ahmed, the leg spinner who bowled so brilliantly at Lancaster Park, could come on.
This is Aqib Javed. Oh, a ball, he's bowled him. Slower ball, you little beauty. That was a magnificent delivery. He very, very nearly got himself an LBW last over with a slow ball, having been hit for 6. That was a slow one, totally beat Greatbatch, and back go the stumps. It was hardly quick enough to knock the bails off.
Well, quite clearly it's a very big blow for New Zealand. A very good wicket for Pakistan. Might have got an edge or perhaps a little bit of a pad onto that, but really did him through lack of pace. Magnificent bowling by Aqib.
Yes, and a good start too for New Zealand, thanks to Mark Greatbatch, 17. Just 22 balls, and I don't want to knock that, because it's better getting off to a quick start than having a sluggish one. 1 for 35.
And of course, it's like to be his last innings here at Eden Park for New Zealand.
He's hit that in the air. This will be out. Caught in the deep. He's got him. Wright has got frustrated. He's decided to go for it, and Rami's sitting down there at the deep long on boundary, waiting for the opportunity to latch onto a catch. Hardly had to move. Wright is now out. The pressure has got to him. This is how it happened.
Well, this is the problem when you get bogged down and you see it there and you think, right, I've got to get on with it. Up in the air it goes, and Ramiz takes a very simple catch. Very good bowling by Mushtaq. Good field placing. John Wright will be very, very disappointed with that, and that will certainly not help New Zealand's cause today.
So Wright out for 13. Too many balls. 44 altogether. New Zealand have lost their second wicket, and the score now 39. It's in close, got to be close, yes, beautiful bowling. Forced Jones back, gave the umpire Buckner a good look at that. That's a valuable wicket for Pakistan. Jones, LBW to Mushtaq Ahmed. What a wicket, great bowling by Ahmed, not fussed by the one that went away for 4. He's come in and produced a little jaffa. Have a look at this, pitching around about leg stump, straightening down the line, whack on the back leg. That would have hit middle and off. No doubt about that. Good umpiring too, Steve Buckner from the West Indies. He's had a tremendous World Cup as well, and boy, that has brought the Puckies alive. And New Zealand are now 3-4, what would it be? 87. Nevertheless, they're still looking as though they're going to get a pretty good first inning score here, which will put Pakistan under a lot of pressure. That's gone. Into the stand. Well, hits the advertising hoardings on the full. Umpire Shepherd is in no doubt. Looked like he got it into the stands there for a second. Well hit. That also has gone into the stands. The shortest boundary at Eden Park.
Well, when a man's in form, you can't afford to drop it short. Akram was just fractionally short of a length there, and Martin Crowe was able to pull that just behind square into the number 1 stand for 6 more. And this could well be out. Pulling that one, and the keeper Mohan Khan takes the catch. So Kenny Rutherford's innings comes to an end. A very good innings indeed after a slow start. And really the partnership between Crowe and Rutherford is a substantial one. Could well be a match-winning one. And the breakthrough has come for Pakistan, but it may well be just a little bit too late. Still 6 wickets in hand left for New Zealand.
Just drifting a little bit in the breeze, but Noam Khan eventually grabs it. Rutherford is out and New Zealand are 4 for 194.
Oh, he's got him, that's out stumped. Yes, on his way. No need for the umpire to even enter into the negotiations there. So Harris out stumped by Mohan Khan of the bowling of Sikandar. That was almost odds on. He made 13 of 12 balls, but he wasn't picking the spin, had to go for it, and there it is, all over.
It was well stumped. Ball came along slowly to the keeper, but it was well bowled by Iqbal Sikandar. It's 5 for 214.
Backs away from that one and gets it into the gap as well. And there's a mix-up, there's a run out, yes, Crow's gone. When I say Crow's gone, his mate's really gone for him. So great match, messing it all up for Crow. They got themselves in a terrible tangle, and this can happen when there are 3 men out there all trying to negotiate whether or not to run. Crow doing the right thing there, saying don't worry about it to Ian Smith, who's out there at the moment. And he'll get a tremendous ovation. In fact, all the Kiwis at the ground are out of their seats at the moment, cheering the New Zealand captain off the ground.
And that's good work from the wicketkeeper, because he wouldn't have seen the runner who was running behind him, and yet he sensed there was something going on, whipped the bails off, and Martin Crowe has gone 6 for 221.
Big appeal, got him, LBW. Yes, he's angled it back in, playing the ball from the crease there. Deepak Patel trying to whip that one away on the leg side. The question is, did he get outside the line? Not according to umpire Shepherd. So he's out LBW, and I think that might have hit him on the toe as well.
Yes, that'll be quite painful. Deepak Patel is the man who's been used as the opening bowler for New Zealand in their matches. Handy runs there for him. He made 8. Just towards the end of the innings, 7 for 244 in the 49.
Been in the business a long time. That's out. He's taken the top edge as he's gone for the sweep shot there, and it's gone straight to backward square leg. Who's taken the catch? Well, they really did have to try and sweep him out of the business. They've succeeded only in sweeping him straight to the backward square leg fieldsman, and that's a tidy catch.
Yes, it was there to hit it. Sohail sweeping it fairly hard, but just a little bit of top edge, didn't keep it down there. The ball just away from the body a bit, straight to backward square leg. A regulation catch by Jones. First wicket is down, a vital one. Sohail, a terrific run score in the tournament so far. It's 1 for 30.
Man's coming back for it. Could be a good catch. It is a super catch. Danny Morrison. That may be the one to swing this match back to New Zealand. Pakistan making slightly heavy weather of it, and Ramiz Raja, their most successful batsman, goes.
That's why New Zealand wouldn't be too upset to see Ramiz playing like that. And to his credit, John Wright kept the fieldsman up. He didn't push him back. Danny Morrison there taking that catch, the hit being into the wind. Ramiz is on his way, and Pakistan are 2 for 84 in the 22nd over. But hitting from this end, he's going into the wind.
Man there, under it. Caught. Imran's gone. Harris has the wicket. And way back deep square. Larson, who's been bowling from the southern end in harness with Harris. Imran has got.
Yes, he was looking for the short boundary and not having to hit into the wind, but it was just a top edge. And straight to Gavin Larson. So the top wicket taker in the competition has struck again, Chris Harris. And Pakistan 3 for 134.
Gone. First cherry and gone. Salim Malik has square driven. The first ball is received from Larson and he's hit it straight into the midriff of the man at square point.
Yes, he hasn't had much of a World Cup, Salim Malik, and that hasn't improved it any. Straight to Rod Latham. He's gone for one. And Pakistan 4 for 140.
It's gone right over that fielder. For a moment would have thought the wind was going to hold it up. A beautiful strike. Lovely orthodox looking stroke. Just hit through the ball.
Yes, he's going basically into the breeze there too.
Oh, he's hit that one in the air and into the gap. It won't get to the boundary, will it? Yes, it will. It runs in. It was so high, it looked for a second as if it was going to stop dead, but it's gone down to the boundary for 4. And that V for victory sign and the big beaming smile on the face of that Pakistani was, I should think, exactly the way Javed Miandad feels right now.
Misfield and another single. Will they come back for the second? Yes, he's coming. Emzamam Al-Haq.
He's out. Must be out.
He's got his own. What are you on about?
Well, we're all getting excited here, Tony. The crowd were very expectant there, but that was very tight. And a few errors in the New Zealand game there is a bit of a misfield, but they went 3 for 2. Patel very quick and a pretty good return too to Ian Smith. And we see Javed, well, he had a lot to do. Well, make up your own mind, but probably another very good decision.
There's no way you can give him out there. Oh, and that's got him!
This time.
He's got him!
Absolutely right.
Emzamam Al-Haq is run out. They have tried it once too often. And I tell you what, the Kiwis are all out of their seats. On the ground, they've all gathered around. This man has played a magnificent innings. It's all come to the end. And he's just wondering now as he wanders back to the pavilion whether he's taking Pakistan's World Cup chances with him.
Well, he scored 60 and 37 deliveries. There's that man Harris again, and he doesn't miss. He's been absolutely superb in the field. So Pakistan 227 for 5 in the 45th over.
Watson around the wicket. He's charged. He bowled in. Oh, a valuable wicket for New Zealand. Wasn't Akram Crean bowled for 9. It's 5 for 238.
Well, if anyone's kept a cool ahead, it's Willie Watson there. He's kept the ball up, he's kept it straight, and he's defeated Wasim Akram's belligerent intent. Akram down the wicket, looking to hit the ball over the top, but the perfect line and length from Willie Watson cramped him up and he's come off the toe, off the pad, onto the leg stump, and Pakistan's hopes dealt another blow there. Akram out for 9, Pakistan now 238 and 6 wickets down.
Look at the millions around the world watching this telecast. He's pulled it. Man out there at square leg. He's defending. It's going fine. It could go all the way. He's coming around quickly. We dive. That's 4 runs. And Pakistan have won the first semi-final at Eden Park. A magnificent performance by Javed Miandad. Emzamam Al-Haq. And look at that. Look at Javed. What a performance from the veteran. A magnificent win. When you're chasing 262, you have to do all the hard work.
Good shot, straight down the ground. That's what he's there for. To turn it on, and into the fence it goes. So both of them send out to get on with it. Those Union Jacks are waving. England off to a flyer. No wicket for 18. Oh, well bowled. Big appeal there for caught behind. He's given him out. He's given him out. That didn't look back. Gooch is on his way. Well, he might have bowled a few wides, but I tell you what, He's not a bad bowler. That was a quick delivery, nip back, didn't hit the inside edge. Gooch didn't look very happy. The South Africans have struck.
Well, did he hit the inside edge? That's the question. Seemed to hit him on the pattern the way through, or the thigh. Seemed to miss the bat by a long way. Big shout from wicketkeeper, excitement from the South Africans. That's fair enough, but I think that might have been a rough decision. It's 1 for 20.
And he's gone. Merrick Pringle has troubled Ian Botham, beaten him a couple of times outside off stump, and finally he's been rewarded.
Merrick Pringle has really settled down after some wayward deliveries early on in his spell, and he's had Botham and Alex Stewart in trouble, and here he just gets one to nip back, and Botham on the cut drags it on, just clips off stump, and Merrick Pringle very excited about that. England in a little bit of trouble now, having lost 2 wickets, 2 for 39.
Well, that's well struck. It was fractionally short, and it just drops inside the boundary. That's a big shot. It looked at one stage as if it would carry all the way.
This is a great shot from Alex Stewart, very quickly onto the back foot. This time Brian McMillan has dropped too short. Alex Stewart has dragged this from outside the off stump. Hit it a long way down the member stand.
Got him. Brilliantly done. David Richardson diving away to his right. That's a super catch. McMillan has broken through. Stewart goes. And South Africa badly needed that wicket.
He impresses me, David Richardson. Very good pair of hands. He's done some excellent work in this competition. Nothing any better than that. That was a very good catch, and coming just at the right time for South Africa. Alex Stewart is gone. It's 3 for 110.
And for one of them, it's even less than that. Neil Fairbrother, the man to go. Pringle deserved that as much as any bowler could deserve anything. It's been a very good exhibition of bowling in what has been something of a run glut for England. 4 for 183.
Coming back between a very large gate for the left-hander. He's brought the ball back into him earlier and absolutely sliced him in half. Now he just about sliced the stump in half. So 4 for 183, Fairbrother gone for 28.
But not anymore.
Isn't he a great fielder?
Gone, bottom edge. That's the break that South Africa needed. Going for the square cut. It was wide enough to hit. Lamb getting a thickish bottom edge, and the wicketkeeper doing the rest.
Well, it was almost wide enough if Alan Lamb had missed it for the umpire to call wide, but he's just got a little bottom edge on that. Very unfortunate for Alan Lamb, just as he was starting to get into his stride there. And Alan Donald strikes with his first ball back. Dave Richardson again, no problem taking the catch. Alan Lamb goes for 19. England are 6 for 221.
45 overs, in fact. Let's cut that down too long on. Just the single. Look at the umpire, 6 for 252. And the players coming off the ground after 45 overs. That's a disappointing aspect to only receive 45 overs, but England have done very well. 6 for 252.
He's gone. That's the wicket that England wanted. Chris Lewis at backward point. Straight to him. The vessel's heading towards the umpire. I think he's left something in his safekeeping. No, what's happened is that he's going to stay out there because Peter Kirsten is going to come in, and Kepler Wessels is going to run for him. So he's gone to stand over at square leg. So even though he's out, he's still in, if you get what I mean.
What a delivery. What a blow for England. The Freitas has been their best bowler, not just here tonight, but in other games. has removed the danger man for South Africa. The big scorer in this World Cup, Peter Kirsten.
Yes, De Freitas has beaten Kirsten that over on a couple of occasions, and there he just gets it to pitch middle and hit off. What a fantastic delivery. South Africa 2 for 61.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Very close, that's got to be close, yes, he's out. A beautiful piece of bowling, forced him on the back foot, he went for the cut, it was the arm ball. And umpire Brian Aldridge doesn't give him any LBs. He had a good hard look at that, and that's a superb piece of spin bowling.
Well, that was a lovely delivery. Just went on with the arm, just a little skiddy out there. And I don't think there's any doubt about this. Hit him on the back leg and right in front of middle stump. And I don't know now, Bill, whether we're still at the same match, but I think you've got a problem, son. England made 252, and they're now 3 for 90.
That's down the ground, catch it, they say, but it's hit too straight for that. Illingworth shouted as soon as it was struck, catch it, catch it. But it was absolutely straight down the ground.
Well, yes, both the fielders, the long off and the long on, well away from that. It split Alan Lamb and Chris Lewis perfectly. It's a well-struck ball, this, straight down the ground, as you can see there, straight towards the sight screen again and bouncing on top of the fence.
He's gone with him. So Kepa has gone, and that's a big wicket for England, because Kepa looked very threatening indeed.
Well, that's well bowled, Richard Illingworth. He kept his head while Adrian Kepa lost his. It was a wild, wild swing from Adrian Kepa. He was aiming a long, long way back into the stands. The head comes up, the bails come off, and England are right back in this game again.
So Kepa 36 from 44 deliveries, 4 for 131, South Africa.
And that's gone straight down to square leg. It's going to be out. It's well held, not a problem at all. Graham Hick, very, very safe hands indeed. Great big buckets of hands down at square leg. Gladstone Small has earned this wicket, and it's Hansi Cronje. Caught Hick, bowled Small.
Good evening, David. And this is quite a time to be coming into the position where Hansi Cronje is trying to get the boundary here, and he's headed straight to Graham Hick. It is a crucial wicket for England and for South Africa. Score 5 for 176.
It doesn't matter where he is this time, because this is going for 4. Jonty Rhodes has given himself space again. He split the gap again.
This is what Reeve was doing at the end of the England innings, and Lewis, it was gone over backward point, and here Jonty gives himself a little bit of room and opens the face of the bat and cracks it in the gap there between third man and backward point, uses the pace of the ball, 4 runs.
Again he's going for this time. Lewis is underneath, he's going to catch it. Chris Lewis very, very cool under pressure at deep point. If he moved out there 2 balls previous, this time Jonty Rhodes played a very brave hand out there tonight, but in the end Chris Lewis in exactly the right position. Jonty Rhodes almost got too good a bat on this. The previous ball had squirted wider of the fielder, but this time straight down Chris Lewis's throat.
Little Leroy is out there now, and they are bringing the covers out. So 10:15 is cut-off time. So really there's still, if they were able to get back out there in, where are we? Another 8 minutes, you'd probably finish the overs without too much trouble.
South Africa need 22 runs off this 1 ball. Somehow I don't think that's possible.
No, it's a disappointing end to a great semi-final, but that's the rules. The umpires can only abide by the laws for the World Cup. Disappointed Mike Proctor and Peter Kirsten. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, and the England supporters will be delighted. But the disappointing end to a wonderful semi-final. In comes Chris Lewis to bowl the final delivery. It's pushed away to mid-wicket. You can see that all the players are disappointed with that end. The crowd will roar here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. So at the end, it's England and a disappointing finish to a wonderful match. Disappointed Brian McMillan, captain of Vessels, the manager Ray Jordan there. The South Africans have played very well, but at the end the weather beat them, and a very good defending performance also by England with the ball.